So today, what do you guys want to talk about? Do you want to talk about money, specific person, living in yen, the wish fulfilled, deciding, doubt, worry? What do you guys want to talk about when it comes to manifesting your dream life? Are you knowing that you get to have it all? So yes. Hello, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brooke. I talk about reality creation, manifestation, and specifically the law of assumption. So what you dominantly assume to be true is what will be true for you. Let's actually talk about my upcoming challenge that starts tomorrow inside the Confidence Lab, which is my monthly membership coaching group. We have a challenge going on called Just Like Magic, and it is going to be so fun, so epic, so amazing, so awesome. So we're testing out all of the different woo-woo manifestation techniques. I primarily teach law of assumption, but a lot of people have curiosity when it comes to all of the different things that are out there. So yeah. Really start to be playful with your manifestation and know that, it's supposed to be fun because manifesting is truly creation itself, right? So the creative process or the creative act is supposed to be inherently fun. So if you are feeling stressed about your manifestation, if you're feeling worried, doubtful, fearful, just know that it's already done, that's already yours. Here's a version of you that has it. So really, I always like to say you're not actually creating your reality. You're kind of curating it, right? You're selecting. It's kind of like a buffet. All the food is already cooked. You're just going up and selecting whatever it is that you want to, eat that day. So it's really up to you to curate your plate and really start to claim the experiences that you want when it comes to love, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your vacations, when it comes to your career, when it comes to just anything throughout the day. Even your lunch is a manifestation because you think it, then you experience it. That is a manifestation. So just know that your thoughts become things and whatever you're aware of is what you'll create in your reality. So it gets to be exactly the way that you want it. So you don't have to make any concessions because you are God, your source, your awareness, and you're the one that's calling all the shots. You're the one that's leading your life, right? So you are the leading role. I always say your life is like a movie. So you are the main character. You're the director, you're the author, you're the screenwriter, you're the casting director. You're the one that's calling in every single thing in your world. So make sure you're thinking in alignment with whatever it is that you desire. And guys, this isn't about thinking perfectly because I get triggered, right? I'm not really triggered. I mean, I guess I do get triggered, but it's more so feeding into the 3D because the 3D is truly an illusion. And because it's an illusion, it can be very convincing. And so I occasionally get sucked in and then I have to bring myself out of it. I'm a human at the end of the day. We're source, we're God, but we are having this human experience. So yes, I do get pulled in and I just quickly bring myself out by thinking in my favor. So that's the name of the game, is to consistently go back to your I amness and claiming who you are, which is the version of you that's in your dream relationship, that's in your dream body, that's in your dream home, that has your dream car, your dream career, whatever it is that you choose, whatever it is that you desire, whatever you want to experience, your world will reflect it back to you. It has no choice but to. It's the law. So do you understand and know how powerful you are? Because everything in your world now you've created, right? So you've been manifesting all of your life. This is not something new that you just learned and started. You just were unaware of what you were doing. And now that you understand how this works, you're going to think more intentionally. You're going to think in your favor as opposed to thinking the crappy thoughts that no longer serve you. So that is what I teach. So again, if you want to join my community for the month of June, actually, if you join today, today's the last day for the Node Proof course, how to stop checking 3D for proof and evidence. So if you join today, you can hurry up and watch those videos and learn from the May course. And then you can join for the June course, which is just like magic. So we're going to be testing out all of the different woo, all of the different manifestation techniques. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be epic. It's going to be interactive. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be all of things. And you guys are going to have so much success. So yes, Also, if you're new here, make sure you grab my free guide by clicking the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner. It's called Embody the Best, How to Go From Wanting to Expecting, knowing that you get nothing but the best because you yourself are the best, so you deserve nothing but the best. So people have manifested their dream house. Somebody just manifested their dream apartment using that free guide, free manicures, free lunches, free entry into places, pro bono, attorneys, temporary housing. So if you are interested, definitely check out that guide. People have also manifested their dream job within 3 days of using that free guide. So make sure you click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner and then, select a free guide. And then I'll send you my free guide. It's called Embody the Best. So you will have immense success and join my community. So if you're interested in joining the coaching community, just click the orange bubble and just say coaching community, and then I'll send you the information, or you can, click the link in my bio. So yes, lots of different ways to work with me. So I will go through questions. If you have a manifestation question or reality creation question, go ahead and drop it in the chat and I'll be happy to answer it. And also make sure you like and share out this live because it does help to push us out to the FYP. So I would immensely appreciate if you just double tap your screen and then press share because it will help me. And I would love that. So let's see. Joseph said, hey, hello, how are you? Hopefully the background noise is not too loud. It like all of a sudden got really loud. Everett, thank you so much for the heart. There's too much noise, Joseph said. Oh no. How to manifest an iPhone for free. You said you've manifested a lot. Gotta be careful with it. Well, you've manifested everything in your life, so yes. Tracy said, I used to have the belief that manifesting was best when we wrote on paper, but for me, mindset is beautiful. Yes, it's all in your thinking. So I always say identity creates reality. So, I mean, if you believe that writing stuff down will work, will it work? Yes, absolutely, because it's your belief in it. So it's the belief that creates your reality. So writing things down is just a technique. It's just a way to get there, but it's truly your thoughts. It's your mindset, like you said. So thinking from the version of you that has your desire. So mindset is really everything. So it's really important to, remind yourself and to always think in your favor is what I always say. So you think in your favor. Peter, hello. How are you guys? Let me know. Is it too loud in the background? Let me know, and then I can see if I can fix it. I don't know how I would fix it, but let me know. But yes, writing things down is very powerful. Scripting can be extremely powerful. So there's just so many different ways to manifest. So that's why we're doing our challenge in June, because we're going to test them all. We're going to see what works, what we like, what we don't like. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have just a month full of experimenting, and then people are going to receive their manifestations. I have a very high success rate with my clients. I have a lot of client-specific person manifesting. So yeah, so when was the last time? Well, Andrew, now I have to block you. Let's see. Oops. All right. Sade, hopefully I said your name correctly. You said, hi, I shifted to being chosen. SP committed fully, but then it looked like the reverse happened. Well, it's only reverse if you're saying it's the reverse. So again, affirm who you are and just say, no, I am loved. I am chosen because nothing is separate from me and I choose me. So my SP has no choice but to reflect that back to me. So sometimes when you see the opposite, it can just be the old story playing out and finishing its scene. Maybe you had a thought that came up saying, this is too good to be true. I can't believe this is happening. What if they like other people, right? The old identity can creep in, but you have shifted because the fact that you noticed the reverse shows a shift in mindset, because it wouldn't be opposite unless if you had already shifted, right? Because if you were still operating from the consciousness and not being chosen, then you wouldn't see opposition. So root yourself in that knowing, know that it's already done, know that it's already yours, and reaffirm it. You can shift this very quickly, very easily. I've had people manifest their SPs again within a few days, a few weeks. So just shift your mindset back to I am chosen. I'm a person that's committed to. They're in union with me. They love me and only me. They care about me. I'm their one and only. I make them so happy. They are captivated by me. They find me to be incredible. I'm their peace. I'm their home. I'm their partner. I'm their divine union. So just start to say that over and over and over again, and then your world will reflect it back to you. Tracy said, apparently Michael Jackson wrote his manifestations in blue pen. Yes, sometimes people say that, but again, it's up to you. It's your belief in the thing. So if you believe that a blue pen will work, then it'll work for you. If you don't believe that it'll work, it won't work for you. So it's really just your belief in the thing that makes it materialize. So yes. Somebody said, what's the best way to manifest financial independence? Say I'm financially free. Opportunities always arrive at my door. It's so easy and so effortless for me to manifest money. The fact that I can make $1 means I can make $10,000. I walk 10,000 steps a day, so I make $10,000 in a day. Like, become delusional. Start to tell the story of whatever it is that you want to experience. And every dollar I spend comes back to me tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. I'm a money magnet. I'm a money mogul. I'm a money making machine. Money loves me. Money chases me down. Money comes to me out of thin air. Money comes to me out of the blue. Money loves me. Money wants to be with me. Money wants to support me. I don't work for money. Money works for me. Money shows up for me. Money wants to spoil me. So start to tell that story over and over and over again. And then your world will reflect it back to you through people, places, and things, experiences. So you might get things for free. Start to have gratitude for all of the things that you're seeing in your world and in your reality. And then you'll receive more and more and more of it. I do this all the time. I always say I get things for free, and I do. So just, again, think in your favor, affirm your end, and persist in it. Y2K said, I can hear background noise, but I can still hear you clearly. Okay, beautiful. Yes, thank you so much. Sade said, yes, you said it right. Good. Let's see. Somebody said, question, why are people using the word chosen one? I don't know what you mean by that. Just saying that they're chosen? Let's see. Karina, money is chasing me? Yes, absolutely. Shadi said, thanks. We still spend 3 to 4 days a week together, and it's warm, so I'll remain in the state of being chosen. Yes! Oh my gosh, of course. So here's the thing. I have this sometimes with my clients where you have your desire. You're spending 3 to 4 days a week, and then you're focused on what you don't see. Instead, focus on what you do see. The fact that you're spending 3 to 4 days a week together, that's a good thing. That's great. So lean into that story and not the other story of what you don't want, right? Of what you don't see. So have faith in the unseen, persist in that. So put your focus on all of the things that you like. And I always say, thank you, more please. As I go throughout my day and I get something for free, I say, thank you, more please. I've manifested so many different SPs in the past. And if you get a compliment, you say, thank you, more please. Maybe they buy you, your favorite candy. Say, thank you, more please. You don't have to say it out loud to them, but you say it internally because you're signaling, yes, this is what I want more of. I want the more, affection, time, care, attention, commitment. So persist in the knowing that whatever you desire is truly already yours, and put your focus on more of what you like, more of what you're experiencing that's positive, and then your world will reflect more and more of that back to you. Coleman, hello. Let's see. What other questions do you have? David, hello. You said need your advice every morning. Misa, hello. How are you? Hopefully I said your name correctly. Thank you so much for the follow. Shazay said, so shift my focus to our quality time instead of the lack of. Yes, exactly. Exactly right. Yes. So you said, shift my focus to our quality time instead of the lack of the boyfriend girlfriend label. Yes, exactly. Somebody said, how do I manifest? You're going to think in your favor. So think, of whatever it is that you desire, because you're manifesting all the time, both good and bad, the positive, the negative, the favorable, the unfavorable. So remember, everything in this world is neutral until you give it meaning. So if something bad is happening, that's because you're saying that's a bad thing. So instead, give things good meaning. Think in your favor. Instead of focusing on worst case scenario, you're going to create more of that. So instead, focus on best case scenario. Focus on how things are working out for you. Focus on how things are aligning for you. We're programmed to go to worst case scenario because it's a survival mechanism, because we don't want disappointment, right? You don't want to get your hopes up. So instead, you just think minimally. You have limitations and lack, and that's what you want to start to override and know that you are an abundant being because you're God and your source and nothing is separate from you. So that's the illusion, is the lack and the not having. So instead, shift your focus to the possibility and know that your creation is already yours. Somebody said, can I say affirmations in English even though my native language is Swedish? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whatever you desire, whatever you want, whatever feels good to you, it doesn't matter. Letha said, hi, so 3D is an illusion and not real. How to bring mind back to what you want in terms of awareness? Well, remember, the 3D is your creation. So yes, it's an illusion in the sense that you've created it here first. So anything in your world, remember, that you see, it started here, right? You have a job and you thought about it, you applied to it, you got the interview, you took all those steps by thinking, I'm going to submit this job application, I'm going to drive to this interview, I'm going to answer these interview questions, I'm going to sign this onboarding package. So again, your thoughts created that job. Same thing with your lunch. You think, I want Indian food. And then you open up your app and you order the Indian food, you pay for it, it's delivered to you. So your thoughts create your reality. You think it first and then you experience it. The psychological creates the physical. So the 3D is an illusion in the sense that it is made manifest from your imagination first, and then you experience it with your 5 senses. So you bring your mind back to what you want in terms of awareness by auditing your thoughts. So I always say it's really important to have a strict mental diet and a disciplined mind. So then that way you can think consistently as the version of you that has your desire, whether if that's abundance, health, love, peace, serenity, your dream job, whatever it is, think in your favor. So when the thought comes up that's in opposition, you say, no, that's not me. I know that I'm an abundant being. I know that I'm always chosen. I know that I'm always committed to. I know that I'm a priority. So it really is a skill. Manifestation is a skill. It's a skill. It's not just this magic pill. It takes a disciplined mind. It's like going to the gym. You know, you're not just all of a sudden strong one day. You literally go to the gym, you put in the reps by showing up. So you do the same thing with your mind. It's mental gymnastics where you start to audit your thinking. And when you catch yourself, when you become aware of you speaking down to yourself, of saying that you're having a bad hair day and that you look stupid and this person thinks that you're dumb, you're going to say, no, I am intelligent. No, I do look amazing. Even if you don't feel it. It's about thinking in your favor because your thoughts are an investment and you want to make sure that your investment is paying dividends for you. So you really do have to become aware and be mindful of that. Hello, how are you? Somebody said hello from Austria. Somebody said, looks like daylight right there. Are you traveling outside of the States? I don't live in the States. I live in Indonesia. Letha said, so awareness in the 3D can be untrue and we can shift my awareness to internal. Yeah, that's the whole name of the game. So remember, the 3D is just, think of it like a menu, right? And you're deciding what's true. So the 3D is showing you possibility, just like a menu is showing you possibility. So you could look at a menu and say, okay, I see chicken parmesan, I see spaghetti and meatballs and pizza and spinach. And you could order from one of those 4 things. Or you can expand your awareness, right? Because you're aware of those 4 things. Or you could expand your awareness and say, I don't really want any of that. What I want actually is a chicken salad. So they have chicken because they have chicken parmesan. They have spinach. So I'm going to ask them for chicken and spinach salad because it's possible. It's a possibility, right? So it's about opening up your awareness and seeing your world and saying, okay, just because I see these things in my 3D, I don't have to accept them as true. It's like a menu, and I'm the one that's deciding what's true for me. So if your specific person is showing up unfavorable, you can say, no, that's not me. That's not how I'm treated. And I choose a version of them that always cares for me, that's always kind to me. And you do that within your imagination, and then your world will reflect that back to you as long as you start to consistently think that. But if you get sucked into the illusion of the 3D, which is really just past thinking, or the menu of possibility, you get to decide in the present moment who you are. So the 3D doesn't have to define you. You can say, yeah, this is an illusion. This isn't true. This isn't happening. I reject this. This isn't what I want. And instead, I decide who I am. I decide that I'm loved. I decide that I'm abundant. If you log into your bank account and it says $30, it is a screen. It is a laptop. It is a screen on your phone. It has no meaning other than the meaning that you assign to it. So are you saying that you are broke with the $30 because a screen is telling you that? Or are you saying, no, I am abundant and I know that my thoughts are an investment, and I know when I think and know that I'm abundance and money's not separate from me, then your world will reflect it back to you, and maybe an inheritance, maybe in a new job, maybe in a promotion, maybe in a lottery winning, you don't know, but you don't have to accept that as your final end. You can say, no, I know that I'm abundant. This is past thinking. Maybe you always thought that you had to work hard in order to get money, and that you were struggling, and that you didn't have enough and you were barely making ends meet. So again, it's about becoming aware of the story that you have in the moment, and then watching, deciding who you are in that moment. Does that make sense? Misa said, what do you think about subliminals? I don't personally listen to subliminals because for me, I like to hear the affirmations. There's nothing wrong with subliminals, but you do have to be careful. So when it comes to subliminals, you don't always know what they're saying. So I always recommend Thought Transmission. She is a fellow teacher here. She teaches Law of Assumption. And you can actually hear what she's saying, because on those subliminals, they could be telling you that you're a horrible person, right? And you wouldn't know. So again, subliminals are fine as long as you're, doing it from a very trusted source. So I always recommend Thought Transmission, that channel. But for me personally, I just don't use them because I actually like to hear the affirmations. I feel like that's for me how my brain works best, because then I start to repeat them through hearing them, and I start to think that way. So yes. Ascend, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. Somebody said they're new here. Latha said yes. Oh, good. Jesse said, if manifestation is 100%, how come they fail all the time? Because you're saying that they fail. My manifestations don't fail. Here's the thing. Your manifestation doesn't fail. You're manifesting with 100% accuracy and precision, because the fact that you're saying that they fail 100% of the time, then you're accurately manifesting that they fail 100% of the time. That's a guarantee. You manifest all the time, both the good and the bad. So if you're assuming that you're unlucky, if you're assuming and thinking that you're not chosen, if you're assuming that you're always stood up, if you're assuming that you're always broke, then that's manifesting with accuracy and precision. That's 100% success. Right? So you're manifesting all of the time, the good, the bad, the positive, the negative, the favorable, and the unfavorable. So you're manifesting everything in your world. Somebody said, do you do individual sessions? Yes, you can check the link in my bio. Do you do individual sessions to help for manifesting SP? Yes. And also I highly recommend guys joining my group. My group is $97 a month, and You can do an individual session as well, but we have our June challenge coming up, and you get the I go live in that group once a week. I have special guests come on. I have client success stories, and then you also get one course or challenge that month. So June is going to be a challenge, not a course, but I alternate. So it's really powerful to become a part of a community, because then you start to see other people's success rates, and their success stories. There's a lot of success happening in the group right now, people with specific persons. So again, if you are interested, you can join my coaching community. Definitely get in for June, because we have our Just Like Magic challenge that's going on, where we're going to test out all of the woo-woo things. So it's going to be so epic and so incredible. So I highly recommend it, or you can do an individual session. Up to you. So you can click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner, or just click the link in my bio, and you can schedule a call with me. I'd love to work with you. Somebody said, manifest me a new boyfriend. Yes. Well, just affirm. I get treated like royalty. I get nothing but the best. I get the best treatment. My person is obsessed with me. They care about me. They dote on me. I'm their favorite person. They're addicted to me. They love me and only me. I'm their one and only. They think that I'm incredible. I'm amazing. They think I'm their peace. I'm their home. There's no one like me. I'm so unique. I'm so captivating. They find me alluring. I'm their oxygen. They need me. I live in their head rent free. My name is always on their lips. They just can't stop thinking about me. Right? So start to tell that story over and over and over again, and then watch your world reflect it back to you. And guys, if you need help with manifestation, click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner and grab my free guide. It's called Embody the Best, How to Go From Wanting to Expecting, knowing that you get nothing but the best, because you yourself are the best, so you deserve the best. So you can grab the free guide by clicking the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner. And yeah. Letha said, while manifesting my perfect boyfriend, what to do when you are on dates with guys that aren't great. Well, remember, everybody in your world is showing up as you perceive them. So there's infinite ways to manifest. So you could give it good meaning and just say, this is a part of the unfolding for me to find my partner. You could say, I remember when, right? So live in the end, and just, I remember when I was going on all those dates and I was like getting all these horrible guys, and then I met the one, and he was just amazing and everything that I wanted. But remember, everybody's reflecting you. So instead, I would just tell a better story and say, I date incredible people. Everybody that I date is high caliber. They're always super interesting. They're always in alignment with me. We have so much in common. They're always on the same page as me. They're extremely intelligent. They're always kind. They're always caring. They're charismatic. They find me alluring, right? So again, your life is the story that you tell. So this is why I always say there's infinite ways to manifest. So you can approach it in so many different ways. So really, tell the story of whatever it is that you want to experience. Yes, your manifestations are already here. Yes. Hello from Cameroon. Yes. Nisa said, ADHD has challenged my ability to focus on what I want. Well, only because you're saying that. So you have to stop saying that and let that story go, because ADHD isn't even a thing, right? It's not. It's a diagnosis that you've accepted. Somebody told you that you had ADHD and you accepted that to be true of you. So you can reject that, or you can say my ADHD is a superpower and it allows me to, do a multitude of different tasks, and I'm able to, execute so many different things. It's all in the story that you tell, or just say your ADHD has no hindrance on your ability to focus. So multitude of ways to play it, right? But it's just letters that someone told you that you have. And I don't mean that to sound light of it, but again, all of these attachment styles like avoidant, anxious, all of these things, they're just labels, and you don't have to accept them, right? You're the one that's creating your reality. So you thought you had a problem. Somebody reflected it back to you. And now you've accepted that to be true of you. So now you're using that as a hindrance. So if the story doesn't serve you, change it and stop telling that story. Oh, thank you so much for the rose, Sade. I appreciate you. Letha said, what is your go-to ways when dealing with triggers? Well, your triggers are just data and they're just information. So instead of being upset by them, say, okay, this is just data and information and it's showing me where my head is at. Cause if I'm triggered, then there's a part of me that believes that I don't have it, right? So instead, use it and say, oh, okay, well, now I need to think the opposite of this, because if I'm feeling triggered, then that means I'm believing the illusion and that something is separate from me. So I think triggers are really important because you can really start to understand what you're thinking and then shift it, right? So you can shift what no longer serves you. So triggers are actually very powerful. So treat it as data, treat it as information, and use it to shift. You can actually shift very quickly by identifying triggers. I actually do that all the time. Especially in the beginning when I first started manifesting, and I manifested so many different SPs. Whenever I would see them online and I would feel triggered, like in my heart, it would race, it would, drop into my stomach. I would just be like, why am I feeling nervous? Why am I feeling anxious? If I were living in the end and they were mine, I wouldn't be feeling that way. So let me shift back into my knowingness that this person and I are together. Right? So that's how you would do that in the moment. Seeing you! Hello, how are you? It's so good to see you. How is everyone doing? Jazz, hello, how are you? So he said, thank you for the guide. Looks incredibly informative. Oh, good. Yeah. So the guide I didn't even format it to be pretty because I didn't want it to be another PDF that people just download and don't do anything with. So actually read it. People that actually take the 20 minutes, read it and apply it have changed their life with a free guide. I'm not kidding. I'm talking about like manifest a dream apartments, their dream job, all of the beautiful things. So use the guide to your advantage. Take the 20 minutes and actually invest in you. So yes, I highly recommend doing that. Well, hold on. I don't know. My AirPods just switched over to my other phone, so let me make sure it's connected. Let me connect back to this one. Hopefully it's connected. So then that way you all can hear me. Beautiful. Okay, good. Okay. Letha said, how do you shift into the knowingness that they are yours? Well, you're God, so they are yours. So you just have to keep repeating it, right? So again, remember, it's repetition. So your thought creates your reality. DJ, hello, how are you? Your thoughts create your reality. So at first you're not going to believe it, right? So through repetition, the more you start to repeat the new thought, then it becomes a belief. Your belief becomes your identity, then your identity creates your reality. So it's about persisting in the new thought. Just repeat it, right? You become aware of whenever you're thinking the opposite, and then you go back to your I amness. This is a skill, guys. It's a skill. It's a skill. It's a skill. I had espresso and I had like a little bit left. A little espresso. Sal said hi. DJ, thank you so much for the heart me. Latha said I can hardly hear you. Well, can you hear me now? Because I took out my AirPods and now they're back, I think. DJ said hello everyone. I'm well, Brooke. How are you? Amazing. You said, I think your AirPods switched over, but we can still hear you, but it's faint now. Oh no, can you hear me again? Let me try. I think it should be back, but let me know if it's not. I'm trying to manifest a townhome, but I lost my job and the money is running short. Should I continue? Yes, absolutely, because your manifestation is a guarantee and no facts are final. So, yes, keep telling the story that you're living in your end, that your wish is fulfilled, and that the townhome is yours. So, you don't need to know the how, you just need to persist in the knowing that it's already done. So things will unfold. You might get a newer, better job. So remember, it's all in the story that you tell. So instead of saying, okay, I quit because I'm going to base my identity off of what I see in my reality, then you're living by the rules of 3D space and time when you know that your imagination creates your reality. So instead you have to go within and say, no, this isn't the end. Like, this is a part of the unfolding. Maybe you were things are lining up for you to get a job that pays you double what you made before, and then you can afford an even bigger house, or maybe you can afford a bigger down payment, right? So persist in the knowing. There's so many things that can happen. There's so many things that are happening behind the scenes that you can't see. So when you have faith, it's about knowing that things are moving always in your favor. Things are always aligning for you. Things are happening behind the scenes that you can't see. Somebody said, where are you? It's sunny already. I live in Indonesia. Seating said we hear you. Okay, good. Now it's better. Good. Nebris, hi, hello, how are you? So guys, if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the chat. Ugh, I just put my arm in. Honey, dang it. So drop your questions in the chat, and then if you're new, make sure you grab my free guide by clicking the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner. It's called Embody the Best, How to Go From Wanting to Expecting, knowing that you get nothing but the best because you deserve the best, because you are the best. And if you want to join my coaching community, I'd love to have you all, right? So in June, we start our Just Like Magic challenge. It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so freaking fun. Like, I cannot tell you just how fun it is. It's so good. So if you want to be a part of that, now is the time to get in, because you'll be in at the beginning. So yes. Somebody said, any tips on manifesting large sum on a time crunch? It's always about knowing that it's already done. So remember, there's a version of you that's already rich. So if you know that you're already rich, you're already abundant, then your world will reflect it back to you. So guys, it's about going within. You really do have to go within. It doesn't matter what your bank account says. You have to have the brazen impotence. You have to have the faith in the unseen and just say, this is mine. That's mine. This is mine. It's a guarantee. It's mine. I'm not taking no for an answer, and I'm not backing down. It's mine. It's mine, and things always align for me at the perfect time. I'm a master manifester. I manifest on an instant. I manifest on a time crunch, period. So, like, going within means having that faith that can't be shaken, that unshakable confidence, trusting and knowing. I always say the Bible is the ultimate manifestation guide. So the story of the fishes and the loaves, that's the abundance story, right? Multiplying food, right? There was scarcity, there was lack, there wasn't enough. What seemed impossible became possible. So that is your bank account. So know that it already says the amount that you desire. And then have faith. Don't let it shake you whenever you see the opposite, and just say, things show up for me exactly when I need them to. And I don't have to question it. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to doubt it. It's already done. Hannon said, what to do during tough times while trying to manifest new incomes through a business? Beautiful question. It's the same thing as what I had just said. Say, I am success itself. Nothing is separate from me. Things are always aligning for me. Things are working out for me. People are lined up for my products and services. I'm a money magnet. I'm a money mogul. I'm a money-making machine. People see me as an innovator. I'm people's go-to. People love to support me. People love to buy from me. People care about me. Things are always showing up for me. Things are always working out for me. My business is booming. I'm hitting all of my revenue targets. I'm exceeding my targets. I have to hire new staff. You literally have to become delusional. So start to think like a person who has $1 million company or whatever your number is. They said, did you manifest living in Indonesia? Yes, absolutely I did. I told myself a few things. Number one, I got clear on what I wanted my life to look like. And one of the things that I said is, I want my life to feel like a vacation every single day. Boom, check. I was like, I want to feel like every single day is a Saturday. I want to wake up every single day naturally to the sun, right? Because I was like, I don't want to wake up to an alarm clock anymore and have to roll over and go to work and be miserable. I want to work for myself. I want to create my own hours. I want to have freedom. I want to have flexibility. So those are the things that I wanted. And I also wanted to know, didn't want to know what day of the week it was. So I created that, right? I manifested moving here. I had been here 4 times before actually moving here. I loved it, and I knew that this was the place that I wanted to be. So I lived in the end of being here. And now I'm here, and I am so thankful, so grateful, knowing that you get to have it all. So remember, nothing is off limits. The only limitation is the one that you put on yourself. Are you understanding and knowing that you have free will in your world? Are you acting as if you are bound to your job? Nobody told you you had to have a job other than you. You signed up for it. That was your choice or decision. You can choose differently. People forget that they have free will. I had forgotten I had free will. So instead, put your focus and put your attention on what you actually desire. That's the difference between successful and unsuccessful people, the rich and the poor. It's about having the faith and daring to dream big and actually not limiting yourself. So, yes, I did manifest that. Rada, good morning. Oh, thank you so much, Zayno. I appreciate you. DJ said, yes, the fish and the loaves, yes. Oh, is the whole city beautiful? Bali's amazing. Latha said, why do we get survival thoughts? Because that's how we were brought up through marketing, right? Through societal programming, through conditioning. So you've been conditioned your entire life, and it was subconscious, right? When you grew up watching TV, there were ads on how you should look, how you should think, how you should act, how you should feel. So then you started to idealize that and think that you were less than that and that you needed to go run out and buy that product in order to be that. So you were conditioned to be less than, right? It's just how we've been programmed. Faith, hello, how are you? How are you doing? I was thinking about you actually the other day. I was like, I haven't seen Faith in a while. How are you? Rhoda said, thank you for all your help. You're so welcome. Hopefully I said your name correctly. Unk, hello, how are you? It's so good to see you. Layla said, I do get a bit anxious since I lost my job. How do I deal with quickly to get my dream job? Affirm that you have it. So again, I highly recommend downloading my free guide. Not kidding. Lori on here manifested her dream job in 3 days after using that free guide. So it's about awareness, becoming aware of the new story, and then persisting and living in the end. So right now you're saying and claiming that you get anxious and that you need a job. You're not living in the end of I have a job. You're basing your circumstances as your true identity. So instead you have to go within and say, I am employed, I am hireable, I am an asset, I am valuable, I am an expert. People want me on their team. I'm the best and only option. I'm the best and only choice. I get paid to exist. I get compensated well. And all of my needs are always met. I'm always taken care of. I'm always provided for. You're telling the story of lack, scarcity, fear, and anxiety, and that you don't have. So that's why you have to move into the new state of being by becoming aware of a new story in your imagination, right? In your imagination, through your thoughts. That's what imagination means, is to just think in your favor. Monk said, it's just manifestation mixed with progressive programming. Yes. Lisa, hello, how are you? Latha said, do I have to apply for jobs while manifesting? No. Here's the thing. You don't have to. However, if you see a job, why wouldn't you apply for it, right? Because that's part of the bridge of incidents. It appeared, right, online, and if it meets all of your needs and all your criteria, then you apply for it. You could also be referred by somebody. Somebody could approach you. You could overhear someone talking in line at a coffee shop, and then you exchange numbers and they hire you. So there's infinite ways. So again, it's about taking inspired action, moving from the state of already having, moving from the state of knowing, not lack and desperation and scarcity. So identity creates reality. Who are you being as you move throughout your day, as you move throughout your life? Hunk said all of us has to meditate on that, but like your progressive discussion. Oh, I don't know what you mean by that. I'm so sorry. I can have everything and nothing at once. Yeah, as long as you claim that, then yeah. Oh, Dr. Jones, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Leela, hello. So, guys, remember if you're new, click the orange bubble in the bottom left hand corner to grab my free guide. It's called Embody the Best, How to Go from Wanting to Expecting, knowing that you get nothing but the best because you deserve the best. And then I think I'm gonna pop off of live pretty soon here. We said keeping on, keeping on. Yes. It's quantum progression and concession. I think about that. Okay, yeah. Bram, hello, how are you? All right, so yes, I'm gonna get off soon. So remember, if you want the free guide, click the orange bubble in the bottom left-hand corner, and then if you want to join my coaching community, tomorrow we start our Just Like Magic challenge for the month of June. It's gonna be epic, amazing, fun ways to manifest. So just think fun, magical ways to manifest. So remember your God, your source, your awareness, your infinite intelligence, and that all possibilities exist. So don't play small. You get to have it all. Nothing is off limits. The only limitation is the one that you put on yourself. So don't do that. Go big, be delusional. And if you want to work with me, you can book a call with me. I have one-to-ones. So you can do that with a link in my bio. You can also join the coaching community, which is $97 a month. Join for a month, see how you like it. I intend you'll love it. What else? Make sure you're following me on all the platforms. And yeah. So I will see you all next time. So take care and have an amazing morning, evening, day, wherever you are in the world. Bye.